Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis, and today we are going to be talking about some saucy things, guys. Honestly, today we're going to be talking about Hedera and Hbar, but I have a lot of things to talk about and address, kind of connect the dots, if you will. So sit back, relax, and before we fully jump on into this video, I do just want to ask guys, could please leave a like on this video. It does help the channel grow immensely. It helps the channel grow, helps the video get pushed to more individuals. So of course, I always do greatly appreciate that. And if you do find any of the information in this video valuable, useful, or interesting in any sort of way possible, definitely hit that subscribe button and turn notifications on to never miss a future update. So with all that in mind, I'm not really going to be talking about the market structure too much because I've already reiterated that so many times, and I'm sure that you are all probably just tired of it. I'm honestly kind of tired of talking about the market in that sort of way as well. So we're going to kind of skip that. But Hbar was up significantly today. I know that this is saying 12.62%, but we were up a little bit earlier. I know that we have come down lower since then. Like, we almost hit like 26 cents, I think. It was something significant. I don't know if it's even going to show it here. So actually, I guess it didn't try to hit 26 cents. I think that there was like a scam wick on Bitcoin or on Binance, sorry, to like 26 cents. But we were ranging around like the 24 centile range. Of course, this is coming from like, all the way down to like 19 cents. So, up significantly from those points of entry. And for those individuals that did buy the dip, like down here at like around like 19, almost 20 cents exact, this is like a perfect accumulation zone. Honestly, I've always said that, Hbar under 30 cents, anything under 30 cents is such a steal for Hbar. I've always said this and I've always addressed this, but today let's talk about exactly why. Also, trading volume up 140%, most likely because of this little bit of a breadcrumb, and we're going to be addressing it. So first off, I do want to talk to you guys and connect the dots to, of course, Ubisoft, which we do know is a GC member of Hedera. But we do see here, new billion-dollar gaming company Ubisoft believes the metaverse is the next stage of gaming. And the reason why I bring this up and the reason why I talk about this is because we do know that the metaverse is something significant. We know that a lot of companies are moving in on it. Facebook rebranded all around the metaverse, so obviously they see a ton of potential behind it. But we do see that the metaverse is only $25.1 billion right now. I want you all to understand that the metaverse currently it's in its infancy stages, right? And we see a lot of these use cases coming out within the NFT market. We see a lot of use cases coming out in DeFi and stuff. But the metaverse, I think, has a perfect place for gaming. And I definitely think that Ubisoft moving in on it is clarification of that. Honestly, Ubisoft is such a massive giant in the gaming world. Anyone that is in gaming knows about Ubisoft. They understand exactly how much volume is behind Ubisoft in terms of their games. Honestly, when we're talking about Ubisoft, I think that they picked a clear winner, and I definitely think that there's going to be a lot of things being built around Hedera, and I think that when we are talking about Ubisoft and the future of the metaverse in gaming, I think that they really are pioneering themselves as, the king of the jungle, if you will. But I do want to talk to you guys a little bit about some other things. So first off, we're going to be talking about USD coin, so USDC. So with this, the only reason why I'm bringing this up is I just want to show you guys that, hey, volume is moving over Hedera. In fact, $9.24 million was minted on Hedera already. Of course, this is from major use cases, regarding, Galaxy, Drop, Toko, Taskbar, stuff like that. And of course, with the influx of decentralized finance, NFTs, and network bridge applications building on Hedera, including Saucer Swap, Hashaxis, and Hashport, the usage of USDC on Hedera is positioned well to increase substantially over time. So, we're going to see this growing and growing and growing, but I'm definitely happy to see a lot more volume flowing over Hedera. I'm actually very excited for this. And also, with all of this volume, I know that $9.24 million is not that much, but how about let's talk about the elephant in the room. And that was the tweet from today that would make this $9.24 million look like a drop in a bucket. So I told you guys in yesterday's video, I was talking to you guys about this 5,000 transactions per second use case. That was a partial rollout. So I said, I made a video on a new Hbar project launching on the mainnet that will be doing 5,000 transactions per second as a partial rollout, 18 million transactions per minute. This project will be focused on emissions similar to Dovu with carbon credits. Today we got this tweet. If the speculation adds up, we could be seeing Hbar / Tesla in terms of a partnership, or even SpaceX, right? And of course, a lot of individuals took this and they were saying, maybe it's just kind of a coincidence, maybe it's nothing. And honestly, I would like to believe that. Like, I would say when we are talking about, Hbar and Hedera, I would believe that this is just, speculation, if you will. Like, even everyone else is saying, please confirm. Nobody wants to get disappointed in this. In fact, this would be a major letdown if this isn't some sort of bullish case regarding, Hbar. But Christian Hasker is replying to this, and also the thing that really kind of struck me was this, right? Hedera actually quoting it and saying same, and then replying with this, what does the Hbar symbol mean, or represent technically? And we do see our Hedera corporate logo is a bold uppercase Hbar, but our currency symbol is a lowercase italicized Hbar. The written way to express Hedera cryptocurrency is Hbars and is equivalent to writing US dollars. It can also be expressed as Hbar, which is equivalent to writing, USD. And I thought that it was just very weird that Hedera quoted this and actually gave this attention, because they are not a company that does that without, of course, substance behind it. So this is what's making me believe that this overall, tweet actually has substance regarding Hedera. And, everyone's probably wondering, well, what kind of use case could come from this? Well, I go back to December when I did make a video on this as well. And this comes from Quincy Jones, but he said, interesting idea I just had. I think Hashgraph Tech, like in the token Hbar, could be a perfect network for self-driving cars due to their Hashgraph gossip protocol. Each car being a node can share location and sensor data to nearby nodes on the road. Cars, lights, even drones. The funny thing about this is that when we are talking about drones, we already have a use case similar to this. In fact, Neuron is a massive giant. And I told you guys about Neuron so many times. They're estimating 2.7 billion drone flights by 2026, 1.2 million sensors required already. Or I should say not already, but that's just how many are required, sorry. But when we are talking about this, this is what Quincy's talking about. Except guess what? This could also align perfectly with Tesla. Tesla has a lot of issues. They have a few things that go wrong with their, self-driving cars, if you will. But I definitely think that when we're talking about these sensors and these nodes in general, right? These nodes will essentially be, sensors, if you will. This could actually set up Tesla to perfectly run automated vehicles. More so, we see, tractor trailers starting to have automated rollouts where they are self-driving. I know that that's not good for individuals who are truck drivers, but I've seen that actually becoming a thing. I see a lot of things happening in terms of the automation, business, especially regarding even Tesla and stuff. But what if this was a SpaceX use case? We don't know exactly what this could be. In fact, we don't even know if this actually is a direct connection. I just say, in terms of the speculation behind this, everything is kind of aligning perfectly with some major substance behind this tweet. I don't understand why Hedera would quote this and actually continue to regard this tweet, or even why Christian Hasker, who is typically not one to do this as well, would respond to this tweet. So something is up. I definitely think something is going on. We don't know exactly what is going on here, but like I said, the use case from this would be actually massive. And even when I tweeted this, right? 5,000 transactions per second in terms of a use case, that will definitely be very bullish. But if it was Tesla or, SpaceX and that, announcement came out, I'm just telling you right now that announcement would push us well beyond, the top 10. I honestly think that this could, move us well beyond the top 10 into maybe even a top 5 position. It would get very, very serious very fast. But of course, I do want to talk to you guys a little bit about some other stuff, but I just thought that was something very interesting. I thought that I needed to make a video on that and really kind of talk to you guys about that. Even if it is a little bit of speculation, if it does add up, I mean, that's going to be extremely parabolic. But we also see here, what Actio card will you order? Freedom World Elite, comment down below. Now, I told you guys about Actio. I told you guys how bullish this actually is. But if you are an Hbar holder, you guys should be getting a little bit bullish too, because check out their card design. That's right. It has the Hbar logo on there. You could pay in Hbar. You could do whatever you want with Hbar. And we're seeing Q3, and they are based off different memberships. If you would like to know more details on memberships, check out our website. I just think that this is a very, interesting use case. Actio is something that I want you all to continue to keep an eye on, similar to other use cases on Hedera like Siki, Suku, stuff like that. I just think that this is something that we really need to continue to watch for, because it is something that I honestly could see being a perfect bridge for the retail individual out there. And yeah, I definitely want to talk to you guys about some other things, like for an example, Hedera Starter. They are announcing their plans to deploy on Hedera. This is going to be a launch pad. So I always like these launch pads. I think that they provide some, nice value to especially those who are holding, right? In terms of like IDOs and things like that. But I definitely look forward to this, and we do see here the Hedera Hashgraph network is in a prime position, to experience expansive growth as the network implements EVM compatibility, allowing smart contracts to be written and deployed in Solidity. Hedera Starter will contribute significantly to this growth as the network's leading launchpad. Unlike other launchpads, Hedera Starter is able to generate a unique culture on Hedera that differentiates it from other smart contract platforms. Hedera Starter's role in the Hedera ecosystem and the recent implementation of EVM compatible smart contracts are game-changing developments for the Hedera network. So again, very interesting, very cool. I definitely think that when we are talking about, IDOs and launchpads and stuff like this, I think that this is going to be something that's going to be very, very interesting. And of course, their first IDO is going to be the native Hedera Starter token. So definitely keep a close eye on Hedera Starter. I think that this is also a very interesting use case. And with everything that we have been talking about, I honestly think that we're going to see a lot more of this being pushed to the public. And this goes back to February 18th. But we do see, top two up-and-coming cryptos to buy now, Hedera and, of course, Seesaw Protocol. More so, I never even heard of Seesaw, to be completely honest with you guys, but I think it's great to see Hedera being mentioned. I think that when we are talking about Hedera and when we're talking about all of these major assets in the space as well, I think it's going to get very interesting very fast once we do see a lot of price movement on assets like Hedera. I think that this market is set for some major price appreciation. Of course, everyone's kind of thinking that we're in a bear market, but honestly, if you are talking about, what happens in this market, if everyone's thinking bullish, what happens next. And if everybody's thinking bearish, what happens next. I mean, usually this market does the complete opposite of what everyone wants it to do. Right now, I see a lot of individuals saying Bitcoin nuked to, 25K, $30,000. I mean, I'm seeing some major, bearishness out there in this market. And honestly, a majority of it is definitely bearish, but I definitely see a lot more, bullish tweets coming from some major analysts out there as well, calling for 100K to 280K. Honestly, right now, I think that this space is extremely divided. I would say about 75-25 is bearish bullish. So with that being said, I definitely think that we are going to see some major alt runs this bull run, and I definitely will say this. Keep a close eye out on Hbar, because I definitely think that when we are talking about all of these major use cases and things happening for Hbar, I think that we are, I honestly think that we're so close to the pinnacle of what true retail adoption looks like and true scale, because the scalability of Hedera is definitely going to be utilized, and we're just waiting for that one major asset, or not asset, project to launch on this to really boost, of course, Hbar in terms of price and also utility. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, to notifications on if you guys want more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, I hope that you all have a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.